Hello, Mike and Moose here. Can you really find a quality airbrush for under $100? We'll find out next on Modeling with Mike. Hello, and welcome back to the bench. And today we're going to go over 5 quality airbrushes under $100. I'm going to go over them, give you their price, a few features of them, their pros and cons, their best uses, and who they're best for. But first, gotta take care of some legal stuff here. I'm going to show you some pictures and information for each airbrush, and I am doing this from their website and with their express written consent. So I need to thank the Gallery Airbrush Company, the Pache Airbrush Company, and Fengda Airbrush Company for their permission in using their website information and pictures. So with that being said, let's go to our first airbrush, the Gallery GHAD 39 Advanced Series. The MSRP of this airbrush is $45.99, and some of the features are: comes with 2 cups, 1/4 ounce and a 1/2 ounce cup sizes, comes with the 0.35 and a 0.5 millimeter nozzle and needle set, has smooth surface cup. It is milled smoothly and it is polished. It has their exclusive 8 micro air channel self-centering nozzle in there, and this is something that is totally exclusive to Gallery. It is only on their airbrushes. So let's talk about the pros of the Gallery GHAD 39. Number 1 is highly versatile and beginner friendly. I have used this for the past 2 years, and it is now my brush for basically my clear coats and my metallic paints. And it has a quick self-centering floating nozzle with the 8 max system, once again exclusive to Gallery. Has a full accessory kit. It comes complete with replacement seals and cleaning brushes, as well as oil. It has an impressive spray performance and clean atomization, and it has a comfortable airflow. The cons to these, to the Gallery GHAD 39, some say it has trigger lag and inconsistent feel to the trigger. And I've heard some say that it's clicky too, but you know, a lot of airbrushes are going to be clicky if you slam back the hammer. Some say it has occasional clogging issues. I would tend to agree with that. If you don't get all the paint out of the nozzle after each color and leave it set all night, that nozzle is going to clog on you. It has quality control variants. I've heard of burrs and mill marks being found in the cup, etc. And it has limited replacement part ecosystem. In other words, Gallery is the only place that makes replacement parts for them, and if they stop making replacement parts, you're screwed. The ideal uses of the GHAD 39. It is for detail-oriented work. It is great for general hobby and craft use. It is great for beginners and intermediate users. So, in other words, I would vouch for this as a great first airbrush. And who's it best for? It's best for budget-conscious beginners, hobbyists and model painters, us, and users comfortable with moderate imperfections. Okay, if you're looking for a Harder and Steenbeck, this isn't it, but it is a high quality as far as its performance. I can vouch for that. So, second airbrush is the Pache H5L airbrush. The MSRP from the website is $70.50. And some of the features is single action. It's not double action. You get the airbrush only. You do not get the paint container or the air hose. You just get the brush. It's siphon feed. So if you're not used to a siphon feed airbrush, this is not for you. Has a stainless steel needle and nozzle. It has a very large 1 millimeter nozzle and needle set with it, and it has 1/4 to 8 ounce. That's 1/4 ounce to 8 ounce bottles that are available for it. Some of the pros: it's robust. It is well built. Has a built-to-last design. It's extremely easy to use and clean. It's great value for the money. It has a high spray volume with smooth atomization, and it should with a 1 millimeter nozzle. Let's go to the cons. It has limited fine detail control. Again, a huge nozzle. It's not for detail work. The trigger may feel stiff. Some people have said that. Siphon feed requires higher PSI and paint volume. And those of you who have used siphon feed, that goes without saying. And cleaning demands full disassembly every time. The ideal uses of the Pache H5L is for base coats, primers, and clear coats. Okay, this is not going to be your big time workhorse. It's good for stencil and uniform line work. And because it has a huge nozzle, it's great for heavier paints and solvent-based coatings. And who is it best for? It's best for beginners, hobbyists focusing on coverage due to that huge nozzle, and it's good for budget-conscious users. Let's go to the next one, which is the Gallery Mobius. Again, this is another airbrush that I personally use. This is my workhorse. Had it since last Christmas. Love it. The MSRP on this, according to the website, is $76.99. Some of the features are ultra mirror level cup. This is highly milled and highly polished The inside of that cup is beautiful. You could almost see your reflection in it. The Mac nozzle. Again, just Gallery has these. The Mac nozzle, but in a Mobius, it's spiral shaped. It has ergonomic trigger and a flat side to the body. So your hand feels a lot better when you're operating that. It has an upgraded air control knob. That's what Gallery calls a Mac valve. Okay, they call it an air control knob as so that you don't get it confused with the Mac nozzle. It also comes with a 0.2 millimeter nozzle and needle combo. You also have another model that's just a 0.3 millimeter. And it comes with a 1/10 ounce gravity fed cup. Some of the pros for the Gallery Mobius. It has premium build and ergonomics. It has precise airflow control with that Mac valve. It is modular and easy to clean. Yeah, I can vouch for this. I took mine apart last week and did a deep clean on it, and I had it apart within 5 minutes. Really, once you get it, after it's soaked, you just wipe it off and boom. It has smooth atomization and detail capability. That means you're going to get a smooth finish, an even coat on your model. And it is an excellent value at about $80. You're going to get some features on that you get for some $150 plus airbrushes. The cons, you have initial atomization challenges. In other words, you got to dial that baby in when you first start. But once it's dialed in, and you're ready to go. It has inconsistent quality control. There's been some people complaining of, again, burrs and mill marks in the cup and elsewhere around the airbrush. Learning curve and minor trigger stickiness. I haven't experienced this with mine, but some people do say that dialing in process is a little rough, they have complained of trigger stickiness. I haven't. Keep the thing oiled, no problem. This is a little highbrow. Some people complain that it's not top tier for ultra fine line art. Okay, so go spend $300 on a hard-earned Steenbeck. The ideal use of the Mobius. It's for miniature and scale model detailing with that 0.2 millimeter. Yeah, it gets smooth blending and gradients, and I can vouch for that. And it allows for extended painting sessions with the ergonomic design. And who is it best for? It's best for hobbyists and intermediate painters. It's best for artists aiming for precision. And it's best for compact workstation users. That brings us to our fourth airbrush. And this one is the Gallery Swallowtail. And its MSRP is $119.99. And you're saying, well, Mike, my math's not too great, but that's over $100. Well, yeah, it is. But this has so many great features on it, and it is so versatile that just because it's just over $100, I can't keep it off this list. So some of the features on it. This has both gravity and siphon feed capabilities. And it has an attachment where you can choose whether to put your cup on the right or left side of the airbrush. It also has a multi-angled attachment where you can angle the cup any angle within the 180 degrees of that airbrush body. It has a 0.5 millimeter fan cap, as well as a 0.28 millimeter regular cap. It has the 8 micro air chamber nozzle that's exclusive to gallery, and it has 0.28 millimeter and 0.5 millimeter needle and nozzle sets. Let's go to the pros of the Swallowtail. The Swallowtail is a gun trigger airbrush, and therefore it's ergonomic and has a versatile trigger design that is great for people with arthritis in their hands. They don't have to worry about, doing that top trigger thing. They just squeeze, boom, 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 squeeze and spray. It has a premium aesthetic and cleaning friendly cups, and it has a high quality atomization. Again, you're gonna get a nice even finish on your model. The cons of the Gallery Swallowtail. People say the fan cap can spray unevenly. There's QC issues with the needle chucking guide, so you might want to watch out for that when you tighten your needle down. And here's another nose in the air type thing. People complain that it's not as refined as top tier brands. Well, la-di-da, get over it. You're paying $119 for an airbrush that has the capabilities of a $200 brush. Quit your whining. It's ideal use. It's great for detail work and broader coverage. It's great for medium to large surfaces with that fan cap. And the fact that it is versatile in both siphon feed and gravity feed cups, you have very much extended painting sessions. And who is it best for? It's best for multitasking hobbyists, mid-level painters, and budget-conscious users. So that brings us to our last airbrush, which is the Fangda BD130 airbrush. The price, they didn't give an MSRP on the website, so I had to go to Amazon for the price. Amazon has it for $38. And by the way, I'm going to give a link to every one of these airbrushes. I'm going to give an eBay link and a Amazon link if you want to go that route to buy them and you're interested. Amazon price, $38. Some of the features are the 0.3 millimeter nozzle needle set. It's double action. It has a fixed 7 milliliter paint cup, a large paint cup. It has Teflon seals in the proper places. It has rubber seals in all the other places that aren't affected by solvent-based paint. And it has a steel needle and nozzle. Some of the pros of the Fengda BD130. It is extremely affordable and beginner friendly. And from the price of $38, yeah, there's a lot of channels out there that have done reviews on the Fengda, and they have nothing but good things to say about it for the price. You know, $38, that's just above your $25 and less cheapies. So sturdy stainless steel components and Teflon seals in the proper places. Has a generous 7 milliliter paint cup with lid. And it has decent control for base coats and light detailing. Now the cons. They complain of quality control and durability concerns. And I've never used one, but so I don't know. I can't say yes or no on that, but I would think with the price point, you might have that. They complain of frequent clogging and seal wear and basic compressor compatibility issues, and also limited part availability. Again, you can only get replacement parts from Fengda, I believe. The ideal use for these are priming, base coating, and general hobby use, although it's a great learning tool for beginners, and it's great for light artistic tasks. If you're an artist, just use this for the light work. Who's it best for? Budget-conscious beginners, casual users, and learners exploring the hobby. That's the Fengda. So let's recap all these airbrushes. First, we had the Gallery GHAD 39. I believe this is a great airbrush. At 45 bucks, it's a great airbrush for your first airbrush. Gallery Mobius would be a great second airbrush. If you could do what I did and have your GHAD 39, use that as your workhorse for a while, then move up to the Mobius, and you can use your GHAD 39 for metallic paints and clear coats and all that, and have your Mobius as your workhorse. Mobius is a great intermediate second airbrush. Your Pache H5L. The thing I don't like about this one is it's just the airbrush, and it's $70. It's also a siphon feed, which means you have to get a little experience on siphon feed airbrushes before you get this one. I'd rather go with the next brush we did, which was the Swallowtail from Gallery. That is so versatile. I mean, you have the gravity feed, you have the siphon feed capability. That means you can use the gravity feed for your general, hobby work, and then to practice, stick on that siphon feed, and you can practice that siphon feed and get used to it. I mean, the versatility of that Swallowtail is just so great. And also the trigger, the pistol grip trigger is great for anybody who has arthritis in the hands. Absolutely terrific. And the Fengda, that the only person I would recommend that for is your total beginner. That is a perfect first airbrush to learn on. Then you can upgrade to the gallery or what have you, you know. So which viewers would each one be great for? GH8039 and the Fengda BD130. First airbrush, great first airbrushes. Gallery Mobius, great second airbrush, great intermediate model for those wishing to scale up their airbrushing. Gallery Swallowtail, same thing, only a lot more versatile with using both gravity feed and siphon feed, and also, as I said, the pistol grip for those with arthritic hands, just great. So those two are great intermediate second airbrushes for upscaling. The Pache, I would wait until I learned on how to use a siphon feed airbrush before I even think about getting that. Just because that's what it is. It's a siphon feed airbrush. It's not a, that's all it is. And all you get is the airbrush. So you're going to have a little more expense with the cup and the air hose. Still probably going to be under $100, but, or just above after you get those things. So there you go. As you can see, there are a number of quality airbrushes. They're under $100 and one just above. But I added it into this bunch just because of its versatility and all the great value that it has. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars to start airbrushing. You can spend as little as $40 on that Fengda. Do you use an airbrush that's under $100? If you do, let me know what you think of it in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these. Next video, we are going to start our next build series with this. The Airfix Cromwell Mark IV 176 scale starter set. We're going to review this next video. That's all I have for now. I want to again thank the Gallery, Pache, and Fengda folks for giving me the permission to use their website photos and information in this video for B-roll. So all that being said, you know what we say around here. Never stop pushing your modeling boundaries. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.